Hi there, my name is John Skippy Limcool, and I created this massive power pack, and I want to give you a quick tour through it of some of the patches. And the first thing we're going to do actually is play through the individual patch demo that I created, so you can watch and see real-time controlled warping these sounds to a whole lot of variations within the same program. This really shows off how powerful this library is. To take Wobble Bass and all of a sudden it's a straight in-your-face, cool, distorted, mangled bass sound. There's 7 patches I'm going to show. Most of them have no effects. A couple of the basses, the dubstep basses particularly, have a compressor or EQ just to give it a little bit more presence. There's a track, as you can see right here, of drum loops. These are from a couple of different Sounds to Sample drum loop libraries, and I'll have exactly what libraries they come from at the end of this video, so you can check that out. So that the zoomed in macro control, you watch that and you'll see the knobs moving up and down and hearing the sounds transform. So this will give you an idea of just 7 patches. There's 132 patches in this library. Every one of them, I spend probably almost as much time with the knobs as I do actually making the patch, because assigning things to the different controllers, giving them the range, making sure it's a musical range and that it's not too drastic, but you got to have stuff to really mess it up if you want. Takes a lot of time. So if you are watching this video and you didn't buy this library, please consider buying this library. An awful lot of hours went into making something that takes Massive to another level. So I hope you appreciate that. And here's the demo. So there you go. 7 patches showing lots of variety. And it starts over again. One cool thing I found out as a trick, if you're using Logic Pro, and it might work with other sequencers too, is as I advance through the measures, the automation actually changes. So if we want, we can listen to this bass patch. And I go through the measures. So that same bass came from. So that shows you the depth to the wobble bass. Blip Tech went from a patch with a single tone to a chord. That's by using the chord knob. Got the idea there. Bell. This is a nice pretty bell sound that goes dry. The wobble bass. This is a single os type of a bass, and then you can add grit and stuff to it. So have fun. Lack of focus is incredible. Now the pulse went off and it's just a big, massive drone. I mean, that's beautiful waveforms right there, my friends. Beautiful waveforms. And then I made a separate pulsing tempo pattern for right here, the pattern. There's one pattern. Spin the other way. There it is. It's right here. And you see how you have two different wavetables set up for the performance steps. So when I have it at this, it's down at this low value. As I bring this up, it mixes actually between the two. So if it's at 50%, you're getting 50% of this pattern and 50% of this pattern. And if you have it all the way up, now it's just a top pattern. If you want to make your own pattern, let me show you a real quick trick. Make sure you hit the load curve button. And as you can see, you have all of these different shapes for these segments. And if you set it to a specific shape and click and drag, it makes that over and over again. If you just click once, it's going to make it, and now you're back to editing volumes and stuff by clicking up and down. So if I want to just be 16th notes with a really sharp exponential shape, let's just go like this. Oh, wait. And now you can control the pulse up and down. So this way I can go from one pattern, the bottom pattern, and I go up to the top, and just the pulse. So that's how we program these things. So Epic Detuned is a 5, or actually 4. Go to voicing, here's your unison settings. And make sure when you use this that you bring your polyphony up, because if you have it at the stock 8 voices of polyphony, you play 2 notes and you're out. So make sure that you set it up appropriately, or else it will not sound good. And we start nice and dark, like you do. Again, these are not samples, so this is synthesis. So the Nexus and some of the other things are sample-based. Those are samples of machines, and you can't get in and change it very much. Here you can. So it's cool to have that and be able to manipulate it. If you wanted to take that patch, you could go up here to your waveforms. I'm just using big PWM waveforms, but you go to the list and change it to whatever waveforms you want, and you have this huge unison synth thing of whatever waveform you choose. Lovely. And then Royalty is a beautiful patch with nice... It's nice and dark. It's got that cool ring thing with the noise going on to make it kind of sound windy. And at the end, it gets really nice and bright and in your face. So that's 7 patches. Let me show you a few others. Let's keep the compressor on just for fun. We'll turn off the EQ, because all the EQ was doing was adding a little high-end presence to it. So if we go to the browser, here's where you find, under My Massive, is where you find the Power Pack. There's 132 patches. So some of the other basses, well, here, let's start with the bells. As you can see along the top row here, it shows you the 8 real-time knobs. So you have access to them from this page. This is for all the Katy Perry fans out there. You know, have fun with that type of stuff. There's other cool basses. The BPM stuff. And Checkmate is one of my favorite patches, because check this out. I gotta show this real quick. If we go to the step page, these pitches make up the melody. You play one note. Checkmate is a single note patch. So isn't that cool? I love it. Then you have octave. If you want more of the square wave. If you don't want the bass, take solo. If you don't want pitch, I love that patch. It's silly, but man, the sound is so nice. I don't know why I like it so much. But anyway, there's a whole lot of other glow stick lead. In fact, this is in the free demo bank. You can download to check out the patches, because I know you're going to love them so much you're going to have to buy the full power pack. So I put some really good stuff in the demo bank to get you like, oh my god, these are good patches. Great sounds, fun stuff. There's a whole bunch of them. There's Mind Crusher, Snack Mouse. There's pulsing. There's some pulse with it. I think I put in the power pack for the free download. And you know, there's effects you can apply now to synths, like LFO Tool, that are able to do stuff like this, but they don't quite have the snap. When you can do this stuff built into the synth, it's got a little bit more of a snap, and sometimes that's the difference you need to make something really stand out. There's some cool brass stuff for the it is a synthesizer, right? There's basses, body mover. Stuff like that. For all the hip hop guys out there, you need a big dark sub. Then we get to the wobbles. Let me up this to 100. Anyway. Open. Let's say. Oh. Yeah. And again, to make these sound the way you want them to sound, you go to the LFO. Usually it's the first LFO. 5 LFO it says. Now to do this in Logic Pro, all you do is you go to this channel, and where it says, usually it says off, right above the pan, set it to latch. And now you start playing your sequencer. Usually I record it as a separate pass. Play the notes the first time, and then come back and do the wobble step. And then that will show up as a track called the modulators/DEN. I don't know what that means name-wise. Don't know why it names it that, but it does. So here's the steps that I did for this particular patch for the wobble speed. And if you don't like it, you can go in and easily change it. So that's how it works. So some of the other basses. I'll stay on the synth page. example where wobble can be turned off. Bring up stereo. In your face, cool basses. So it can be wobbly or it can be something else that's still cool. And this is in the free download bank, so check it out too. Let's keep moving. We could stay here all day playing basses because I love bass. But we've got effects too, so we've got cool transitions, explosions, guitar. That kind of stuff. There's a harp, which is really pretty. When you play this kind of stuff, make sure you up polyphony. Leads. I put this in the free download. This patch, you can go from chords to single, screaming. On and on and on. So much to play with. Multi-lead is cool for the... Still have to have synth leads. I don't know why a lot of these synthesizers try to find a synth lead like this inside of the factory voicing. It's not there. I mean, it's a synthesizer. God, it's like, drives me crazy. It's one reason why I made these power packs in the first place. Raw biter. Pads that are cool pads. You need a sign pad, of course. The sweet PWM is beautiful. And again, it's very controllable, so you can go to the... They give you a digital waveform to play with, so you can... If we wanted, we could take the attack and the release down, and check this out. And bring down the effects. So even though it's a synth patch, that's a slow pad, the tools are here for you to change it. Oh, it's all over the place. So that's the power pack. A lot to play with, a lot to write music with, a lot to be inspired by, I hope. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in another one of these. All right, bye.